Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Buckeye Council Program Kickoff. My name is John Fehrenbach and I serve as the Vice President of Program. I hope that you and your family are well and have been continuing your scouting adventure over these last 14 months despite the significant hurdles we have faced. I'm continuously amazed at the resiliency, perseverance, and creativity of scouting units, leaders, and families to adapt and overcome. The limitations of the pandemic continue to prevent us from all gathering in large groups, but they have not kept us from continuing the mission of scouting at the unit level. Since March of last year, we have seen scouting in the Buckeye Council achieve remarkable accomplishments. More than 18,000 people from every state and several countries have participated in our digital delivered home scouting and lead scouting programs. We have celebrated our first female Eagle Scouts. Hundreds of campers have visited 7 ranges for weekend camping, 24/7R, and good turn weekends, and thousands of our youth have advanced in rank. Tonight's program and updated Scouting Ahead guidebook you have already received by email are designed to help you plan and prepare for the months ahead. I'm confident that your dedicated efforts will continue to deliver incredible experiences for our youth, and I commit that we will continue to provide the necessary resources to support you.
Thanks, John. Without question, the last 14 months have been tremendously challenging, and without question, our units, our leaders, families, as well as our professional staff have met those challenges head on. My name is Bernie Miner, and I serve as your Council Commissioner. As commissioners, we strive to provide ongoing support and service to your local pack, troop, and crew by connecting regularly with the leadership of your units. Throughout the pandemic, we have been connecting with you by phone, email, and supporting you with best practices through the Scouting Ahead guidebook and providing information through virtual roundtables. Through programs like home scouting and the innovative practices implemented by units to meet and get outdoors, we've seen more than 90% of our units actively continue scouting during this pandemic. We stand ready to help you not only through this time, but during all times, so that you can have the best scouting experience possible. If you ever need support, please contact your unit commissioner, your district commissioner, or certainly contact me, and we will do our best to meet your needs. In conjunction with tonight's program, we have provided a newly updated version of the Scouting Ahead guidebook to support your unit's programs. The updates contain calendar dates and events, activities, and camps between now and the end of August. But please keep in mind, if things change, updates will be made to that document. It'll be continually updated online, so please check back occasionally. Additionally, the latest COVID guidelines, best practices for safe and effective unit meetings, and more can be found within the pages. I encourage you to read it and share this electronic document with all the leaders in your unit. Before the end of August, we will publish the next update, which will feature calendar dates for events and activities through August of 2021 to the end of 2022 to further aid in your program planning. We look forward to an exciting summer that will see thousands of scouts and kids and adults on the trails at 7 ranges, shooting BBs at cubouts, and circle together through the firelight. I hope to see you out there soon.
Remember how it felt to be a kid? Summer days full of freedom and sunlight. Afternoons pedaling down unknown paths in search of adventure. Throughout it all, the impossibility of the future stretching out beyond the horizon. And down through the years, over 100 million people have also counted their scouting experience among their fondest memories. Finding new friends, feeling the freedom of tracing the angles of light through the water, taking aim at the next target, working together to build something new, something great. So, why do so many kids join the Scouts? The answer is simple: to have fun. But behind all the fun, something else is going on. The real magic of scouting is happening below the surface. Scouting is, for most kids, the first introduction to the great outdoors, and in that exploration, they learn their place in it. Through overcoming obstacles, scouts learn leadership. Doing it together allows them to learn teamwork, and in adhering to the Scout slogan, "Do a good turn daily," they learn the importance of serving their community, building character as they become physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. But learning how to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, kind, and abiding by all the other tenets of the Scout's law, that's truly just the beginning, the acorn to the oak. Being a Scout prepares our youth to become future leaders, to become the people they were always meant to be. Through mentorship, adventures, traditions, and teamwork, the Buckeye Council helps the youth of our communities learn how to take care of themselves and others by gaining the confidence to stay loyal to who they are and always do the right thing. You can almost feel it happening. The smoke of a shot aimed true, the thrum of an arrow's release, the snap of a flag raised in reverence toward the sky. These are the outer sensory details, the experienced evidence of a character being built to last a lifetime. Since the Boy Scouts of America were founded in 1910, one thing has always remained true. Scouting isn't just about being prepared for today. It's also about being prepared for life.
Isn't it wonderful to see Scouts enjoying the outdoor program at 7 ranges? It will be even more rewarding to see it in person this summer. I hope you have made your plans to come to one of our many summer camping opportunities. Camp reservations are open for all sessions of Scout Summer Camp at 7 Ranges, Scout Summer Camp at Camp Acela, and Cub Scout Cub Outs happening locally in each of our districts. Each program will offer a full experience that promises to be memorable and packed with adventure. We have carefully adjusted our camping operations to ensure that they will be conducted safely, adhering to all local and state guidelines while maximizing the fun and adventure for each camper. If you have older Scouts looking to spend their entire summer in the outdoors, encourage them to join our summer camp team as part of the 7 Ranges or Acela staff. In addition to a full schedule of in-person camping opportunities throughout the summer, we are also continuing to offer unmatched digitally delivered programming through home scouting. Last year, and available again this year, we will take you beyond the stars at Cyber Summer Camp with exclusive webinars from NASA engineers and exciting STEM programming. New this year, we're traveling below the surface through exclusive webinars with shark divers from Miami, marine biologists in Puerto Rico and Tampa, and oceanographer, a coral reef restoration expert, now at homescouting.org. Adventure awaits you this summer. Come to summer camp, go hiking with your den, have a weekend camp out with your troop, and sit once again with friends around the campfire. We all missed out on camp in 2020. Don't miss out in 2021.
Well, good evening, everybody, on the Buckeye Council Program Kickoff. I would like to take just a moment to talk briefly about the Wood Badge course being offered in the Buckeye Council this fall. My name is Toby Hoy, and I am the Scoutmaster and Course Director for course C4 436-21. So take a minute and think to yourself, who has a problem, challenge, or obstacle in your scouting unit that needs to be overcome? Whether it's a Cub Scout pack, a Scouts BSA troop, a venturing crew, council level committee, district committee, etc., all of that. Who has a problem, challenge, or obstacle in their scouting career that needs to be overcome? Also, who has a problem, challenge, or obstacle at their job that might need help to be overcome? or also who has a problem, challenge, or obstacle with yourself or at home that you might need help to overcome. So that's what's in it for you. All of those things can be solved by, or attempt to be solved by, attending a wood badge course. I will say personally, I learned more about myself at my wood badge course in 2010 than I ever did about my role in scouting. I've used the skills that I learned at wood badge more so in my vocation at my job than I have ever used in a scouting program. Not to diminish the benefits the scouting program has picked up from attending wood badge, but I've honestly, truthfully, 100% have benefited more as a human being than as a scouter. So those are all wonderful reasons as to why to take wood badge. So just to some brief promo type logistical stuff, some dates to keep in mind. Our pre-course picnic, which is optional, is scheduled for July 11th of 2021. Our location and exact time is still to be determined, likely somewhere in the Wayne County area. We're targeting at Orr Park right now, but we're still waiting on the Park Department of the city to determine that. So that is an optional item. Our first course weekend, August 13th through the 15th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Show up 7:30 a.m. on Friday, and we'll have you out the door by 5 p.m. on a Sunday. You do need to be there the entirety of that first weekend. The second weekend is now down to 2 days from 3, unlike in years past. Check in on Saturday morning, the 18th of September at 7 a.m., and we'll have you out the door on the way home with a whole bunch of knowledge by 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 11th. The location of the course will be at Seven Ranges Scout Reservation. Cost for the course is $250. Now, it does seem like a lot of money, so we're going to give you some ways to be thrifty and save some of that money. So there are some automatic discounts that we will apply to your registration fee. The first 30 individuals paid in full will get an automatic $50 discount. So now you're down to $200. The next 20 individuals that are paid in full, you would get $25 off. So now you're down to $225 instead of $250. There are some scholarships and assistance programs that are available. A lot of times the charting organization or your unit might help defray some of that cost as well. There are scholarship programs that both the VFW and the AFL-CIO offer. The Order of the Arrow offers scholarship programs to active members of the SIPR Lodge. Oftentimes employers will kick in some money to your wood badge tuition, and there's a council wood badge scholarship program. Information on all of these can be found on the Buckeye Council website. So if you have questions about wood badge, you can visit the council website, click on the wood badge logo that you see in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen currently. Same bottom left-hand corner of the council website. You can click there, find some more information. There was an entire course offered at virtual BPI earlier this year that is still available through June 1st, where you can get a whole lot of more information from me, listening to my voice run on for 35 minutes. That's still available on BPI, or if you have other questions, you can certainly email me directly, and I'll be happy to get those questions answered for you. Toby@tobyhoy.com, and we'll get that question answered. Thank you again for your 2 minutes tonight, and we hope to see you all at the course.
My name is James Sutherland, and I'm the Senior Patrol Leader for the Fall Course of NYLT this year. National Youth Leadership Training, or NYLT, is an exciting, action-packed program designed to provide youth members with leadership skills and experience they can use in their home troops and in other situations demanding leadership of self and others. NYLT is delivered in an outdoor, troop patrol setting with an emphasis on immediate application of learning in a fun environment. Through a wide range of activities, presentations, challenges, games, and adventures, participants will work and play together as they put into action the best that Scouting has to offer. Participants are engaged in a unified approach to leadership that gives them the skill and confidence to lead well.
I'm Ryan Pinard, and I'm the Senior Patrol Leader for the July course of NYLT this year. The dates during which you can come learn these new skills in 2021 are July 4th through 9th, as well as a 2-weekend fall course on September 24th to 26th and October 8th to 10th. Both courses are the same 6-day experience, so choose whichever works best for you and head over to www.buckeyecouncil.org and click on the NYLT logo on the left-hand side of the main page.
I think my favorite time was when we did the campfires, evening campfires where it was everybody. What I learned from NYLT is leadership and teamwork can get you far in life, both in scouting and in life.
One of the most important things I learned at NYLT was that you can't be a good leader without helping the people you're in charge of, the people you're in charge of leading. One of my favorite examples of that was when we were doing an activity where someone would call out a type of movement and we'd have to either jump into their arms, the princess, the knight, which means we'd have to protect them, and I think it was horse, which we'd literally have to get on their back. And without the assistance of the people you were in charge of, you would not be able to do it properly.
My name is Steve Longworth, and I am the course director for the July NYLT course this year. We hope that you'll consider joining us for NYLT, either as a staff member or as a participant. Either way, we guarantee that it will be an awesome experience. If you have any questions, please fill out the survey link below, and we will reach out to you. Thank you for your interest, and we hope to see you at NYLT.
Hi, my name is Melissa Biltz, and I am an interim scoutmaster for an all-girl troop, as well as a cub master for a local pack here that we're trying to build. And just want to share with you a little bit about what I've done over the past year with the help of my unit members and their parents. So since COVID hit last March, it was a challenge to even meet. There for a while, I was connecting with my unit members last spring and last summer, just with phone calls, checking in to see how they were doing, as well as talking about what we were going to do for the next year and how we could get more youth to join our programs. I had a conversation with him and the future scoutmaster of that troop and just said, how can we get some kids excited to join the troop, and maybe we can get them involved in the pack. And so that young man did his work, and he got a couple more friends, and we started with just friends joining them for unit meetings, and we slowly built our pack up, and we were able to cross over 5 Arrow of Light to the troop to kind of get them started up all over again. So that was really great. We started out the year with some new youth, and with all those youth, we gave them buddy cards, and we did do a joint scout night in the fall. We had some people show. It was difficult because we couldn't get into the school, but the school did allow us to have flyers handed out, and we did get some more youth that way. But then the youth that we had, we gave them buddy cards, and we gave them newsletters and extra newsletters to hand out to friends. And we were continuously having additional people show up to our unit meetings and see what it was about. And I would say 50% that came to visit signed up to join the unit. And so that was really fun. And so that was just through buddy cards and newsletters and the youth spreading the message and inviting them. So when I'm out and about, I will ask children how old they are and if they've ever thought of joining Scouts. And some will say, well, what do you do in Scouts? And I'll just tell them what we've been doing, that we go fishing, that we go hiking. I tend to leave the BB guns and archery out because those are for district and council events. But there's a lot of other fun things we do besides the BB guns and archery. And so that really excites them. And then they go home and they talk to their parents. And that will just start the conversation about what is Scouts all about, what do we do, what's the purpose. And I think that as we look to the future in Scouts and finding it a challenge to get into the schools with the restrictions that have been set in place, is we have to ask ourselves, what does being a Scout mean to us? And we have to be able to share that message with others. And don't be afraid to talk to parents when you're at a baseball game or you're at a soccer game, and you might mention that you have a scouting event coming up, and that what you're doing with your Scout unit. And that's key, is just sharing the message of what Scouting means to you, what it meant to your kids. And even if your kids are grown like mine, is sharing the message and continuing to spread the message of what Scouts can do for their children in the future. And the one thing that you always have to be ready for is, well, my kids are in sports. And so we have to emphasize that Scouts is a year-round activity and that we work around sports. And so we understand that there might be times when kids can't be at those meetings because they have a sporting event. But what greater support than to take your unit to those sporting events? Because what we don't want them to do is start to feel like they're not a part of the group. So that's just another option, is to support your unit members by going to some of their other events. We know that in the Tigers that they're supposed to attend a sporting event, and throughout the different ranks there's attend a sporting event. And so why not attend a sporting event that supports one of their fellow members? We also need to think about what excites kids. And so some of the activities that I think excites kids is, a lot of them have dogs, and we're supposed to get outdoors, and so they could bring their dogs for a walk, and you can explore nature, talk about dogs, talk about pet care. Lots of those things can excite kids. And of course, when you have those events, you always ask your unit members to invite a friend to the meeting as well. We should be looking at COVID as an opportunity for Scouts. It's brought about the idea of being with family, being outdoors, and maybe taking outdoor adventures. Isn't that what Scouting's about? To me, Scouting is about doing family things, outdoors, exploring, and if we can bring a few other friends and socially distance while we do things, what greater opportunity is that? So I think that's an opportunity when we look at troops, is to really focus on the 5th graders and capturing them before they start doing the major sports that they get into in middle school, and get them outside and get them having fun. And if we can bring their parents along to join the fun, it's so much better, because parents want to be involved with what's going on in their kid's life. And so many times in sports, it's just drop them off. But with Cubs, we need to think of it as a family activity. Another great way to recruit is by being in the local media. So when you do something, you need to get permission from the parents, of course, but if there's a local newspaper that can do an article of something great that you've done, or just out having fun. A lot of times there'll be club news in your local paper, and so you could add that, put in something there as far as where you're meeting, what you're doing, and that everyone's invited. The other key thing is a relationship with the principals of your school, because if you can create a relationship there, they can get the news out for you even if you're not allowed in the school. So developing that relationship with the school principal, school administrator, school secretary is key. And then of course, doing a community service project for your school is a great way to build that relationship. I like to look at how we can help others, and through helping others, it spreads the message of Scouts. And when doing so, always be ready to invite somebody to join.
Hello, I'm Kurt Holmes, your Council President, and I'm pleased to be part of this program kickoff. Scouting motto, Be Prepared, is a simple call to action that carries into our lives far beyond our outdoor adventures. I'm not sure any of us could have predicted or prepared for the immense challenges over these last several months, and they've reshaped our normal way of life. As I consider the challenges faced by Scouting and the Buckeye Council, I'm filled with a tremendous sense of pride and accomplishment for how we persevered through adversity. We swiftly transformed and created unmatched, digitally delivered programs beginning in March of 2020 to consistently provide kids and families the support they needed to continue the adventure of scouting from home. Our home scouting programs have expanded and evolved to a point far beyond what we could have imagined, reaching 17,000 participants in every state and 6 other countries. We also created new in-person programming at camp to keep scouters engaged in the outdoors through 24/7R. We developed strategic resources through Scouting Ahead to help our units grow and fundraise, and reimagined how to continue providing premier training programs to our volunteer leaders. Key impacts of the highlights of the Buckeye Council include 40,000 plus thank you cards sent to healthcare workers, emergency responders, and teachers. More than 19,000 merit badges and Cub Scout adventures were worked on through home scouting programs. 2,800 STEM Nova Awards were earned to accelerate interest in future science, technology, engineering, and math-based careers. 2,713 youth learned about cyber safety, and 2,407 adults took training for youth protection and their scouting positions. We are closing in on the halfway point for 2021, and the staff, our youth, and volunteers remain steadfast in their commitment to the communities we serve through scouting. Buckeye Council is here to assist and support you as you navigate your way through the program, and we will continue to engage you with resources that give you the ability to provide a quality program. Thank you for all you do.
I will reiterate previous comments from Kurt and echo certain points of emphasis from my earlier conversation with you that the Buckeye Council family has faced countless adversities over the past several months. However, our resiliency and tenacity have kept us going and will be a key component of our success looking ahead to the future. As your Council Commissioner, I share the BSA mission to prepare youth to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. And I also believe every member of the Buckeye Council, youth and adult, should have a great scouting experience. Our plans and objectives are designed to meet the needs of units, to impact both youth and families in the communities that we serve in our council geography. Here are our key objectives. Number 1, supporting unit growth and retention. Number 2, contacting units and understanding their strengths, needs, and collaborating in developing plans that enable them to continue to improve. Number 3, linking unit needs to the district committee and other resources. Number 4, supporting timely unit, district, and council recharting renewals. Number 5, supporting unit leaders by collecting and distributing information, enabling program training, and provide networking communities. We have a lot of work ahead of us as a council. However, we are committed to the cause of growing scouting and working in collaboration and partnering with our districts and unit committees to safeguard our brand for long-term sustainability. And it is more prudent than ever before in the history of our organization. We'll get through these difficult times by working together and focusing on key components that impact the program. Future generations are counting on us to pay it forward. Thank you for your continued support and guidance.
Determination and adaptability have been required of each of us to a great degree during the pandemic. These events have impacted our country, the organizations we love like the Boy Scouts of America, and have changed the narrative for many families throughout our council geography. In the face of the challenges and limitations, Scouting has persevered and sustained itself because of staff and volunteers who work in partnership and devote time and energy to provide a quality program to families that give us the opportunity to impact their child's life. It is your servant leadership and commitment that helps bring to light the life-changing experiences and perspective needed to inspire youth who want to be their best self. For many of us, this is the reason why we continue to show up at the weekly meetings, participate at the camp out on the weekends, and along the trails at 7 ranges. Last year, Buckeye Council impacted over 18,000 people in 50 states and 6 countries through digitally delivered on-demand platforms newly developed Restart resources, and outdoor program experiences. Please give yourself a round of applause for all the hard work and dedication. In preparation for the program kickoff, we invited you to submit questions. We have provided answers to majority of those questions throughout tonight's meeting. I'd like to personally address the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America's bankruptcy proceedings. The bankruptcy is currently in mediation, and the National Council is working through their advisors to achieve a global resolution. Councils are being asked to contribute to a trust to compensate victims of abuse, and the Buckeye Council's Board of Directors is working diligently on a local council strategy related to this matter. While we hope this issue is resolved swiftly, our priority remains delivering the mission of Scouting and its dynamic experience to youth. I encourage each of you to keep your focus on the youth you support as well by delivering the program at unit meetings, weekend campouts, and summer camp. We will all make the greatest impact on the health and sustainability of Scouting. Our leadership, counsel, and mentorship to youth is more critical than ever in the history of our country and organization. The time you spend with youth is building a brighter future for each of them and our communities as a whole. Thank you for what you have done and what you will continue to do for kids.